Hey there. Do you like that surprise opening like I didn't know the camera was on? So a lot of people are interested in Bitcoin and blockchain technology, and without buying Bitcoin and blockchain, there's a couple ways that you could take advantage of it in the market. So I thought I'd maybe take a couple minutes to show you how I would trade it using a modified covered call strategy. It's a company called RIOT Blockchain, and they invest in different blockchain technologies, different Bitcoins, different ways to take advantage of that market. And so if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, you can at least know about the stock market and figure out a way to make a decent return. You're not going to make the gazillion dollars that everybody's making on Bitcoin, but you'll make a pretty good return. Let me show you how it works. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just take just an overall view of the chart. You're going to see this is RIOT Blockchain, symbol is RIOT, and you're going to see this is not a very pretty chart. This basically goes the same way that Bitcoin goes, right? And so Bitcoin, as you might know, has gone up incredibly in the last several months. You can see 149% off of a 38% increase from the bottom. So it's been a little bit crazy in the last few months, and if you'd caught it at the bottom, well, God bless you. But at the same time, there's still opportunity to be made in it, although it's risky. You know, things like Bitcoin are inherently risky, so you got to kind of be careful, know what you do, and protect your downside. But I'm just going to kind of tell you what I'm doing, and it's my opinion. If you want to do it, great, but I just want you to be really, really careful because you know, it's not always as easy as it looks. So anyway, we're going to buy the stock. We're going to buy, let's just call it, we're going to buy 100 shares of the stock, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to sell calls against it. So let me show you how that works. Let me bring up an option chain. Now, this is before the market opens, so the stock is moving around a bit, but I'm using last night's close. And last night's close, I believe, was at 1649 for the stock. We're going to go out 23 days. And we're going to look at doing the 15 calls, okay? That gives us some protection, and it also gives us some income. And we're going to sell those 15 calls against the stock for $3. And so we buy the stock for $16.49. We sell the calls against it for $3. Now let me show you how the calculations work out, and you'll see why I like this trade. So if you just put the calculations in, the stock is $16.49. Yes, it's going to move around and we'll make adjustments on it, but roughly it's going to be about $16.49. We get $3 for the call, like I just showed you in the option chain, where strike price is $15. We're just looking at 100 days or for 100 shares for 24 days, I believe it is. And so we look at it that the break even on this stock, that's $16.49, since we get $3 back, is $13.49. And so we're end up making 9.2% on this trade for 23 days. If you annualize that, it's 170%. I mean, that's pretty good, right? I mean, just the 9.2% is pretty good for 23 days. Most people don't even get 9.2% in a whole year. We're getting that with this trade. Now, you got to watch your downside. You got to protect against things that move against you, and we have a whole system for doing that called the cash flow machine. So it's not just covered call strategies. It's a whole system that we put around it, telling you when to buy, when to sell, when to make trade adjustments, how to time the market, things like that, that really gets us the really great returns that we're getting. But I just wanted to kind of throw this out there and show you this is the kind of trade we're looking at this morning. Whether we pull the trigger on it this morning or not at 9:30, I'm not sure, but it looks like a pretty good trade, at least setting up for the morning. So you can take advantage of it or do your own calculations or just sit back and watch, whatever you like.